Hello YouTubers! Anyway, heading up to Loch Doon. I'll put the spelling for the bottom, and it's pronounced loch, not loch, for anyone that is kind of English. Anyway, so this is us heading out towards it. There is... That's why you've got a bloody 4x4. There's a castle. I can see it? No. Shouldn't really do this while you're driving anyway. There's a ford up kind of round about that direction over there. You might see it further in this corner actually. There's Craigengillan Estate, which is that house there. And there's the ford. And there's a bunch of sheep. If I get the opportunity, I'll get a video up there. Because they're building well, it's part of the Dark Skies. It's the first Dark Skies place in Scotland. So they're building an observatory up there. So I'll be intrigued to see what it's like. It should be finished, I think it's this year, I think it should be finished. So I think the cadet forces will be going up. I need to try and get the sea cadets up there anyway for a week and a wander around about the hills and get them used to map reading. But anyway, right, see you in the water. Anyway, that's Loch Doon there. Oh, it's nice and glassy this morning. It's a high today of, if I can get the damn speed on it, 22 degrees Celsius, which is 72 degrees Fahrenheit. For Scotland at this time of year, which is rather obscene, but anyway. Got a happy camper? Or fisher? Anyway, we've arrived and we are here, which is, well, that's Loch Doon Castle. The ruins of Loch Doon Castle somewhere behind that shed actually, it's in the loch. I'll show you that later. I think this is the lowest I've actually ever seen the loch itself, and I seen it 2 months ago and it was exponentially high. I've only just noticed behind that person's tent. I don't know what that is, so I might go and have a look at that later on. I don't know why I've never seen it before. Anyway, right. So that's where Loch Doon is. Oh, no. And there's Glasgow. Ayr is... oh, where's it called? Keep going round. Ayr is... and there, round about, it's actually a wee bit higher up, but I can't get it. Anyway. Right, on the water we go. Well, this is me over the other side of Loch Doon. There's me boat. Looks beautiful since it's been fixed. I think that house there is a fisherman's bothy sort of idea, hut. On the map it's called Star, so I don't know if that's right or not. Down... where's the almighty finger? That road there is at Forest Drive. And the loch's quite low actually, because if I... well, the pickup is right behind that shed. I put in... where's those guys? I put in just to the left of them. Where's the finger again? Oh, hand. Ah, bugger, it's not going to work. Anyway, left into them. The castle ruins, or grounds where it used to be, is there. You can see the water level where it was. I was here a couple of months back and there's a flagpole. See where the cross is? That is actually a flagpole. And when I was here the last time you couldn't actually see the flagpole. and that was only 3 months ago. So it's dropped to quite a considerable amount, because I mean you can kind of roughly see where it was where I'm sitting. But I mean, look at that. Blue skies, barmy weather, it's weird. But I'm over at the other side to try and figure out what that kind of square hut was. Then I might paddle up. Turn you around. I might paddle up to, well, basically it's the same side, to have a look, because supposedly the reason why this is down so far is because the water levels down in England are so low, so supposedly they're meant to be pumping the stuff from Loch Doon down to England. I haven't quite figured out how that works, because whenever you look at the map, the outlet for here that supposedly pumps into 2 other lochs as far as I'm aware, and then after that it goes straight into the seas, so I don't know how that works, because it runs down into Loch Ken. I might show you in the map when I get back home, but no. So if anyone's actually figured out what it actually does and what that, if it is a pumping station or whether it's to top up the loch, because I think this is for drinking water, because there is a dam at the other side, but it's not hydroelectric, so just have to see. Anyway, right, I'll dry off my feet and then put on my bits and see what that building was at the other side. Right, I think if I remember correctly, this, well, there is kind of a path that runs down there. Then there's concrete posts that run on the right hand side of the loch, well, this side. I'll need to look it up, but I think I'll need to go on to secretscotland.org, I think it is. I'll maybe put it at the bottom of the page, because I think this was used in World War I or World War II as a testing facility or training ground or something. No, no. God only knows what it was. Well, it's like an old farm. It's kind of strange because the hills round about here are kind of littered with them. I think. Well, there's a dike wall there. Another dike wall behind it. God, do you think I need alcohol or something like that? I've got my shaky hands. They're all symptoms. It's a prime location for ticks, so no doubt I'm going to end up with some of the day. I can guarantee that anyway. I walked down. There's a road down there that heads into Bush Bothy, which is in between that hill there and, well, the hill that's got the trees on it. And then cuts down to Loch Clatteranshaws. So I think we're going to do that for a Duke of Edinburgh silver from Clatteranshaws to Bush for the night. Bush up to here. I haven't quite figured out where I'm going to camp though. Or, well, where the cadets are going to camp. And then from here across to Loch Braden, I think, or Stencher Bridge, I haven't quite decided. And that's where they'll finish off. And the bronze, I think, is just going to do obviously the first 2 days, which is going to be Clatteranshaws to Bush up to here, and then they go home. Unless they want to stay for another day, but I don't know how that paperwork works out. Anyway, right, I'm going to take a wee wander through there, then back down towards the boat, which is down there somewhere. As long as I find it, I don't care. Then I'll paddle up. Oh, the hell's that? No. Aye, there we go. Oh, someone else's car. There's my pickup on the right. Anyway. There's an old pig pen. Amazing. Took the stupidest route to come here, got stung by the bloody nettles. You can't really see them that well in the camera actually. Buggers out there. Anyway, still hear those seagulls, so we don't know what's causing them problems over in the island. Stupid buggers. There's a wee stream. You can just make out the indentation in the land. Run down there, you can hear it actually. I don't know if you'll be able to hear it in the camera. And what I thought was just a dry stone dike, turns out looks as if it was another house. There must have been quite a thriving wee community here. Especially so close together with their farmhouses. Or, this was just a steading, but there's a chimney place over the other side of that tree. I don't know, someone's evidently been camping here and left their ground sheet, which kind of irritates me, but what can you do? Anyway, I'm going to continue paddling up, see if I can find the old hut that I've camped at a few times. If I can get to it, if I remember where it is. It's quite well hidden, to be honest with you. Anyway. Well, I see the RAF were fucking about earlier on. It was one of the planes, I can't mind. I'll look it up and find out what one it was. Must have been at least maybe a couple hundred feet. Nah, maybe a bit. Nah, we'll make it meters. Maybe about 100, 200 metres above the river, or above the loch actually. It was that bloody close to me. He actually dipped round to the side and waved at me when I waved my paddle at him. I thought, bloody hell. I thought I was going to count the bloody boat with the amount of waves that was coming up behind him. He was close, like, absolutely close. Anyway, I think I found where it was that I was actually looking for, and I think it's kind of behind me, kind of where that tree is there, it's there. So I'll get that, then I'll head up to, well, wherever the hell it is, I can't even see it, where that outlet is, or where the pump's meant to be. There's a old house, there's a bloody boat's rocking about now, there's an old house, which I've only ever seen twice. Where is it? There is actually there was an old road that ran to it, and there's a base. Where the hell's the base? Oh, there's the base there for the old road. That actually did go to the house. I've only ever seen the house twice, and that's obviously this year and last year. Because it's, again, the loch's that low. I've never seen it as low as this yet. Because we've had such a bad winter. It's just been that dry, and we've not had much in the way of snow, and I mean, I think we only had about 5, maybe 6 days worth of snow here. We never even got that much. Well, compared to England, we had quite a wet winter, but it was never enough to actually, well, top these up. I think it topped them up enough, but because of the drought down south, then it's obviously kind of shit down there. But anyway, right, off to this house and we'll video that there. Well, someone's been here since I've last been here. See what you mean by it's, or what I mean by it's, you can't really see it from the water. Something biting me. Wee buggers out there. The only really giveaway that I seen the first time was over the other side. You can just see a wee bit of the wood. And that was about it. But no, things have moved around about. I've got photos on my iPhone to show you what it looked like when I was last year. But there's the path on the way up. So anyway, the size of some of those firs. Oh wait, it's not a fir, it's a fucking pine tube. Anyway. Huge. I think I'm about halfway up the loch at the moment, because it curves round to the right and then it curves round to the left as well. I'll show you in the map, or I might put the map up at the beginning. Anyway. It's got bunk beds inside it. It's kind of strange. Make sure I don't fall on the way down here. Okay. Turned away a nail through my foot. Anyway, bunk beds. More crap. See I'm falling down. Never built it, did it quite well anyway. A wee old shed with an extension. With a grill. And a hob. No idea what that is. I have really no idea what that is. If anyone does know what that is, feel free to post at the bottom. Anyway. Oh. Views. Cut through them the way to where I park at the bottom. The road cuts in between the middle of the two. I think they rent out boats, I'm not sure. Well, there's a car coming. Well, a Defender or a van or whatever it is. Anyway. Let's see now. Well, it's official. This has to be the weirdest day ever. I'm down at the power plant area. I think I've got a photo. I'm down there. I'll put the photo up of that. And when I was paddling across, there was a wee old guy kind of waving at me and shouting, and thought, obviously wanting to have a chat and find out what I'm doing and all the rest of it. No, it kind of turns out he was lost. He'd been lost for the last day. He'd phoned in Mountain Search and Rescue the day actually, or this morning, saying that he was down at Bruce's Stone, which is down at Clattering-Shaws, and there's also one down at Loch Trull. But he was saying he was down at Loch Trull, which is, it's about a day's walk. It's a fair trek down there, to be honest with you. I mean, I was talking to him, and I was talking to the police trying to give them a grid reference, but I never brought my West map, so I couldn't give him a grid reference. And stupidly enough, I never thought to check my iPhone to check the West map on it, because it gives you a grid reference anyway. It might not give you zoomed in quality, but it still gives you an accurate grid reference. So one of the Scottish Power vans eventually kind of turned up because he had a rough idea of where we might have been, because I was trying to rattle off places that I knew, but I don't know any of the farm names that are round about here. I know that there's a kind of activity centre over at the far end of the loch that has boats sitting at the front of it, but trying to explain that one to someone that doesn't know the area is quite difficult. So no, fortunately enough he got picked up. He spent last night out. Actually, ironically enough, he spent it last night down where I took the video, down where the that tarp was earlier on in the video. He spent the night down there, so he's not had anything to eat since yesterday lunchtime. He's not had any drink of water unless he's been drinking out of the loch itself, which is not quite the cleanest of lochs, to be honest with you, but it's no bad, you can still drink it. But no, but fortunate enough he's been found. He's a wee bit kind of shaky, tired looking, but other than that he's not too bad, so no. What an end to the day, it's been weird. So all I need to do now is just kind of paddle back down towards the bottom of the loch, back into the pickup and head home before I get really crispy with the sun, since I'm heading that direction at this moment in time. But no, strange day. Not bad for the first YouTube video, to be honest with you. Anyway. What have you? Look at that. Welcome to Scotland, ladies and gentlemen. Unbelievable. A car out there watching me. Where is it? There we go. They were out earlier on. The water was a bit choppy over at the other side there where the guy was, which is... there. Kind of choppy around about that area. I got a wee bit of shelter, but the wind's coming in from this direction here, and it is determined to push me across to there. But anyway, I'm heading back that direction, back to the pickup. That'll be me for the day. Tired. If the seagulls aren't too bad, I might go over there. I don't know yet. Anyway. Well, this is the front door. This is what's left of the castle. Oh, shoe squelched. Look at the view they would have had though. If you want to hit pause at some point. What a view. Anyway. That concludes our day out anyway. On the way home. I'm getting kind of crispy. I'm heading that direction anyway. I've already there,